I was trying to at least get the reel going one more time, but I guess I'm already late. So not really. I'm early. Let me stop that echo. All right. Let's stop that echo. All right. Where we at? Welcome to Live at 5-ish, the only show that starts well after 5 o'clock. We're talking 650 territory. Don't get a haircut, they say. Let the hair grow the way it's supposed to grow in, they say. It gets a little harder to manage. What am I going to do? I'm looking for that intro. Get the show started. Welcome. This is your first time. Hopefully it's not your last. This is Live at 5, the only show that starts roughly around 6:50, give or take. See if we get that intro going. You would think we would know where it is by now, but let's do it.
We're going live at 5. We're going live at 5-ish. 6 o'clock. We're going live at 6 o'clock. This is 6-5. Ooh, that's it.
All right. Let me just post that I'm actually live now. And then we can get the show started. Again, welcome to Live at 5, the only show that starts well after 5 o'clock. Today, we're talking about the shape of the human-animal bond. We're mixing. You see what I'm doing? It's the freaky-ass movie with the lady who, we'll get into that. She a freaky-ass lady. She got in the tub. Tried to bang that fish. I love fish just like the next person. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. But yes, that's the name of the episode. The shape of the human-animal bond. We're going to discuss when did animals and humans start clicking up? And then we'll get into the end game. What's the end game? I got a funny feeling it involves robots. And you can't fuck them. Or maybe you can. Oh, no. You see? That's why they keep making these movies with the maids, half human, half robot. They're trying to let us know we're going to be having sex with this AI. Oh, my God. That's gross.
I wish a nigga.
That's unfortunate. Again, welcome to Live at 5. Today, we're going to talk about some animals.
Maybe
Let's start all the way back. 1619. Slavery days. Not the best of times. Most likely, definitely the worst of times. Worst of mankind anyway. Y'all know what you did. Reparations now, pay what you owe. You know the drill. Speak to your local representatives. We need that money. You know why? And that goes to you too, Obama. He had the nerve. But yeah. 1619. Pre Jim Crow. The first job, the first unpaid job, anyway. So I was thinking about what was going on with these slaves, with the animals. Like, what's the connection, right? There's this lady who was like a recently, you could Google that. This is me freestyling. I got notes, but I'm freestyling. So if you want to know what I'm talking about right now, then you could Google it. But I got references to the other stuff. But lady recently freed slave. She's talking about being in the fields, hiding. You know, they gotta lay low. They was hiding low, eating scraps, and she was a new a new slave. This was a captive woman in North Carolina. She was being held due to her finances. You could Google it. Just look up enslaved woman. They didn't know. They were so wrapped up that they were just trapped there. But that's neither here nor there. But basically, one of the main points of that story, and you can look up that enslaved woman in North Carolina who was hanging out with raccoons and squirrels and shit. But that was one of the things she dropped. She was saying how she was hanging out with animals, all types, little critters. So that got me thinking, okay, so if a modern day captive woman had the wherewithal to start connecting to the lower critters that they were able to eat and catch, because you got to connect with them to catch them. So they had to figure out their patterns. They had to figure out how they slept, how they woke. By the way, Trump says woke is gone, woke is out. That man's a mess. He's a mess. Yesterday was fun. We're not talking about that. We're talking about animals today, right? So she's messing around with these critters, and all of a sudden, gets me thinking, yeah, what were the slaves doing with these animals? So basically, they had to hang around the lowest tier animals. I mean, clearly you had your oxes, your horses, all of the mules, working animals, of course, one on one, they work together. But aside from when it was time to eat, they didn't get much, obviously. So doing some research, I found a connection to, let's just say, the first traps. Every time you think about a critter trap, things that catch like coons and other edible little creatures, they were the co-founders of that. They were using their old, I want to say, let's just say African technique from before they were stolen to hunt. Easy peasy. That's something that they couldn't be taught, obviously. That is a pure instinct situation. This is them flight or die. So yeah. So they're hunting with these animals, they're tracking them, they're figuring out their routes just to survive. So you ask yourself, what were the slave owners' parts in this situation, right? Like, obviously they needed them to train the animals. They wasn't doing that. They didn't want to do that. They didn't have time for that.
What are we talking about?
They didn't have time for that. So yeah, you got them pretty much hanging out with the animals, training them, making sure that they're fed, making sure that they're capable to do the things they need to do. And my man, Jim, he's sitting back, watching, not learning. I don't think so. Not learning, but just watching them interact with the animals. Now, when I was saying the shapes, we'll get into what I mean by that. But these sort of plantation animals shaped pretty much the order of this plantation. The way the animals reacted was up to the slaves. The way the slave master reacted to the slave because of the animal's reaction, you see, there's a connection. So I had to make sure that this animal was chill, which means I'm chill, which means he's chill. It's crazy. Kind of like a two-child home, or I don't know, two-parent home. When you're doing that, and you got to make sure the wife sort of, you know what I mean. But right,
Regular.
So that's what we do as Black people. We get good and we just get on it. By the way, speaking of Black people getting in and getting on it, a lot of things are going on. Tempers are flared. We're being asked for help for certain things that's going on out there. This is not that one. We'll probably do something like that on the Woke Goat. But we got celebrities disappointed in you guys of how you've never stood up for us for anything, like ever. And I'm not talking about the 6 of you with your alias nicknames and various platforms. I'm talking about in the streets, in real life, real time. Talk to your uncle, real time. So you can't expect us, none of us, to be out there spearheading any of that shit. And all the ones who are, they're not the same as us. Those are different people. Don't assume every single Black person is the same, like the slave owners did. They didn't even separate them from kin. All right.
I'm striving. I'm striving. Yeah, we ran my back now, didn't we?
So yes, they're hanging out with these animals. They're learning. Getting back to it. Welcome to Live at 5, the only show that starts at 5 o'clock, way after 5.
Years ago, when the blacks were slaves, did they ever go to Washington, D.C. and have a rally 200 years ago to protest against slavery? Did they? No. What did they do?
So you got these slaves hanging out with these animals. They're learning their ways. These guys, again, slave owners, chilling, paying them no mind. But that's going to backfire, right? So pretty much they put them in heavy duty. We're talking about birthing. Had to do a lot of that. They doing their own births. They doing Cracker Jim's birth, and they got to do Bessie the cow. All three. They gotta be the mother to all 3 of them thing. No child support. Nothing. No support at all. How about that? But so yeah. So they spent a lot of time even in the den where the animals slept. They kind of hand in hand. They slept with them, you know? Not in that way. Hey yo, there's no history of any bestiality between slaves and, let me be clear, between slaves and the animals. No. They didn't need to do that because they were forced into sex regardless. Probably the last thing on their mind is probably wanted to eat that nigga, but then they were like, I also need some friends. There's no friends, yada, yada, yada. So you're hanging out, you know, it's a complicated relationship. That's what I was talking about, the bond. But they're not hurting these animals unless need be, right? The reason why the slave owner can't deal with the animal because they just beat. Same thing they do now. You know, they abuse the animals. There's many cases of farmers and ranchers and fishermen, boatsmen. Nasty. It's all types of mammals and animals and all that. So again, comes back to haunt them, right? So we're gonna jump around. One of the I'm gonna say what I'll call it some the benefit. No, not benefit. The what's the word? I'm looking for. I guess the trick is a trick. That's all I can say. Unfortunate. A lot of the animals, let's just say the dogs, that the slaves raised as pups, had them, hanging out with them, feeding them, making sure that they get it together to take care of their own and all that. Full circle, come back around. Those same dogs are chasing them. So that's no good. I can't imagine that. I mean, I'm sure they had times where they sick their own children after them. They was doing a lot of fights. So you're fighting your brothers and your sisters. So I'm sure that was something they got a kick out of. But yeah, I was thinking about, so they're raising these dogs. Next thing you know, they're in the woods hiding from those very dogs. So do you think to yourself, man, these guys must be kind of smart, these slave owners, because if you get the slaves to hang out with these animals long enough, of course they pick up their scent and they'll find them. No problem. Easy peasy, like I said.
Did you feel that?
Yes.
That's unfortunate. That was one of the bummer situation when you talk about animals and the way that people interact or have a relationship with dogs over humans, given that these certain animals can be trained to do either thing. I guess a human can as well, but I think we have more of a conscience as far as soul. Not saying dogs don't have souls, but most animals live for food. It's just for food. You starve any animal, it'll kill you. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter how long we've been friends. Take you out. It'll take you out. Humans, it's going to take me a while to eat my girlfriend. It's going to take me a while. I'm not going to be starving and I'm going to chump. I don't know about that. I don't know. It's going to take a while for me to want to eat like her legs. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm down for that.
Not cool. It's not cool at all because I am not having that. Not here, not now, not ever. If I see him,
It's like people want to go straight zombie all of a sudden. That's scary. Go straight zombie. I don't know if I'm ready to do that. I'm not ready to start chomping. But have a hungry animal next to you. We're chomping. He's going to eat you up. Yeah, you can have him for 10 years, 5 years. It doesn't give a shit. They get hungry. So, yeah, slaves sick those dogs on those same people who raised them. That's unfortunate. It's kind of like that whole, what do you call it? Just like the poetry or whatever, poetry in motion. I'm sure that when the animal was attacking them, they called out to them. They was like, it's me. You know me. And the dog was like, sorry, brother. But yeah. So one of the things I'm getting into, well, I'm just gonna jump out of one to the next. Again, if you're just joining us, welcome to Live at 5, the only show that starts at 6 o'clock.
We're going live at 5. We're going live.
And tonight's topic is the shape of the human-animal bond. Now, I'm going to get back into what happens after the development of the bond. So we're no longer using animals to hunt as much anymore. I don't know, whoever's still hunting, weird shit. Stop doing that. I guess ducks. People are hunting ducks. They got the dog to go get the ducks, like duck hunt. They're out here duck hunting.
You guys know this one?
That's cool. That's still using the dog in the same way to go hunt another thing, like another living thing, which I think is like a no-go. That should be a no-go. You shouldn't have dogs hunting other animals. What are we doing? You're sicking them on each other. That's sick. If you're down for that, you probably down for like animal fighting and shit, right? Roosters fucking fighting. You probably like that shit. But let's get into the shapes. Okay, because as I mentioned, we're just talking about companionship. Slaves had a companionship to these animals, and then those same animals were turned on them. But I don't think the obviously not the horses, not the mules, not the oxes, none of the critters, probably kept it neutral. But when it came down to anything that can hunt, they sicked them on blacks. I mean, let's be real, right? They used anything they could. Anything they could. They kept getting away. Well, whatever, trying to get away. What's wrong with you? Don't I treat you good? What?
The test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposing ideas in the mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function.
We'll get into... Give me a second. I'm saying safe travels to my love, and I'll get back. Save. Doing this live. You know I care. Okay. We'll get back into it. Hold on. Oh, happy Carnival. That's going on. If you're celebrating that, happy Carnival. That's what's up. Just watching some of that last night. Good stuff. Still going. Then you got like 6 days. Good on you. Stamina.
Ooh, I mean, what better than this? Just a guess.
So we're gonna get back into what we're hitting at. We're hitting at, again, this is not gonna be a long one. This is live at 5, baby. This is we're gonna smooth. This is smooth. Smooth sailing. We'll be in and out. So yeah, like I said, companionship. The slaves befriended these animals, then those animals turned on us. Now it turned on them. And you know, it's funny, as I got older, I realized a lot of directors, white directors, have a fascination of these animals being controlled by some sort of demonistic entity, or like coming back from the dead to haunt them. And I was like, you know, if any animal, because I've had many so far, now we're counting about three cats who have died on me. I don't have any problems with them coming back to kill me. Why do they? See, this is what I'd be talking about. They probably are going all the way back to when they were sick, making these animals do things they didn't want to do. We'll get into animals doing things they didn't want to do. But you know what I'm talking about, Carol. Mrs. Carol with the peanut butter, you know what I'm talking about. But, oof, that's nasty.
I strongly believe that TikTok is a ticking bomb.
You got, on one hand, you got them, again, like I said, full circle, right? Why are they so afraid? Why are so many movies with these animals going nuts? Then you think about the movies where they got the animal working. There's a cop turning hooch. Dustin checks in. He's a monkey that works at a hotel. These are not black ideas. These are Anglo-Saxon ideas. And I'm trying to figure out, where do they stand with the animal? They go, hey, man, I think this animal is smart enough to fucking go to space. But then I also think it's also smart enough to run a hotel and then fight. Well, they look at the Planet of the Apes. You guys are obsessed. Yo, Planet of the Apes was like your first Lord of the Rings, which is absurd. What are you doing? Why y'all kissing the monkeys? We had the nerve to throw, I think Eartha Kitt was in one of them, and everybody was like, well, the first black, we don't want to be part of that shit. We don't want to go to a planet full of animals and make out with them. That's y'all shit. That's, you came up with that. That's all you. And I disagree. I don't think it's okay. I think it's problematic. Again, what levels of companionship are we talking about? Right? So I know when I search for companionship in an animal, I'm not looking at his lips. It's disgusting. All right, what do we got?
You've got to love life to have life, and you've got to have life to love life.
So all of a sudden, these animals, we're hanging out. We're doing what we need to do to survive. I know we slipped again, because I'm not going to get into Michael Vick and all this, but we slipped again. We got the animals fighting. We do a lot of breeding. We got the designer animals that we want. It's a lot of problematic things that we decided to do with animals, knowing that there's a lot of them. We decided to do a lot of crazy things. We're doing a lot of wasting food. We're doing a lot of excessive killing for no reason of fish and all sorts of animals for no reason, just killing, because we know they keep coming. Now, anybody knows that that's not going to end well, right? Everybody knows that, but I guess it's up to us to figure that out. I don't think that I don't think the vibe is to hunt on your own and also have, still the slaughter of animals every day regardless, because we need the meat. But when people do separate hunting on their own and also outsource, I don't understand that. That's just when you kill animals for fun is what I'm saying. That's the evil within. We don't have time for that. I thought I had ain't nobody got time for that button, but I don't think I do. And that's unfortunate. We got to get that going. But yeah, all right. So moving on. Getting casual now. Now we're just getting casual. So I'm talking about companionship. We're talking about companionship. So after the animals, I want to say, let's just say we've figured out what they're capable of, what they want to do. I'm not going to keep ripping on white directors that want to make movies about kissing monkeys, and then you make the new one and she's also attracted to Caesar. I'm not talking about that. That's y'all shit. You got to figure it out. Why'd you make another one and put the young girl in it, and now she wants to sleep with the monkey? Whatever. I thought we were monkeys. Okay. All right. I'm done.
Say he's the doctor.
So I'm thinking about, boom. We see them in the movies. We're all over them. So we understand that we need them as a part of our lives. Animals are a part of our lives in-house, domestic, and outside. Boom, we figure that out. Top grossing movies of all times got random animals in it. Dr. Dolittle, boom. Dr. Dolittle again with the white guy, bam. 2 times. And there's all plethora of animals in those movies. We feel like there's some sort of situation we could sit down and chat with them, maybe. See what's going on. So when I talk about the shape of animals, I'm actually talking about shapes. So let's break down what I mean by that. We do another ringer. If it's first time listening or last time.
Oh, champagne and caviar.
Don't touch those, they're for guests.
James, we are guests.
God, he's going to get her drunk and have his way with us.
So I'm talking about the shape, which is the bond. Not that freaky woman who's behind me, right? Oh, she's right here. Where's her butt? Her butt's right here. There she is. Freaky lady right here. She wanted to sleep with that fish. She did sleep with that fish. Got to bring it up. Since we're talking about shapes, got to bring it up. She decided to fill her tub with, fill the bathroom, the entire bathroom with water, and sleep with that fish.
For the what to what to the what? Speak English, sweetheart.
Again, you guys got the monkey franchises. where you had Mark Wahlberg kissing a monkey. Then you got this lady right here having sex with a fish man. What's up? What's up? That you're giving me clear vibes. You're done with humanity, which I understand. But you caused it. You caused it. You know what you did. And now you want to that's what, you want to go to Mars. What? No, you did. You fixed here. You got to fix here, bro. You fucked up here. You fucked up here hard. You got to fuck up here, and then you can think about Mars. You got to finish the piece before you get to the main course. You see what I'm saying? Yikes.
The African American woman is the backbone of the black family, really of the whole American family. I mean, who wasn't raised by a black woman? I know I was.
So you got all of these fantasy films. I know they're like, oh, they're books. They were phenomenal. Well written. She fucks the fashion. I mean, come on. The whole movie. Spoiler alert. Yeah, if you've never seen The Shape of Water, it's about a lady who leaves. She drops everything for a fish man, for a fish boy. She want a fish man. She said, I need a fish man. If that ain't demon time, I don't know what it is. That's pretty demon time. I think she had kids or some shit. But neither here or there. I'm saying the fascination. What is up, right? We hung out with them just as much as you have. We have yet to create a film, black directors, of us having sex with animals. Now, I know that Sorry to Bother You had a minotaur in it. Spoiler alert. Oh my God, this is full of like.
Yeah, that's what you call it, Zugamy? Yeah, it's called Zugamy. Never heard that before.
Well, we're doing spoilers. But yeah, spoiler alert for Sorry to Bother You, there's a minotaur. But I think that the white guy ends up trying to fuck that minotaur. I don't think we're having sex with that minotaur. So again, this is you guys' thing. I don't understand it. I'll never will. I kind of do. You kind of have a love, you have a love-hate relationship. You like to, I want to say, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm just
really and truly, I'm just picking the lesser of the evil.
And I feel like you guys like to you Mortal Kombat, you get over here. You like to beat, send them back out. What did you learn? Control, gather and control. Hoard and control, I think. That's what the Saxon likes to do. You hoard your money, you hoard everything. You hoard peace, you hoard real estate, you hoard everything. So you like to hoard and beat. Cops, beat. That's your shit. So what mindset did you think that the animal thing was going to work for you? That's why when you first got, what'd you do? You got the camera, you got King Kong, you stole a white girl, you shot him out of the sky. Hate the monkey, then love the monkey. That's how y'all are. You see the wave? It's weird. It's just that sort of like, I don't know what to call it.
The black Hebrew Israelites.
You have this whole weird vibe with animals. You claim to love them, but then, I think maybe you love them too much. And I'm getting that. We'll get there. Again, this is not going to be a long one. We're already 35 in. We didn't even hit the gravy. We're still at the sides. So with past companionship, we're talking about the shapes. So I want to start with the square. Put this in a way without trying to sound like one of those crazy white girls that talk really close to the camera about like stars and shit. I'm not, no disrespect, but I'm just saying I'm not that person. So I'm just saying I'm gonna try to do it a different way. But the square of care. What do I mean by the square of care? It's more of the, let's just say, portion of the animal, well, the what you want from the animal in the square of care is therapy and support. So that's hitting all the corners like a square. That's why people have the emotional animals. That's why people, oh shit, but I would say, then I guess slaves were the first people with emotional pets because they were under duress. So I'm pretty sure they were stressed out. So when they had a pet, that was probably the first case of the emotional support animal. Shit. Probably. They probably needed those animals to get through the day.
Oh, you nasty.
You know what you did. Right. So emotional therapy, comfort. I'm talking about being, having a sense of responsibility for the animal, the reward you get for it living. I mean, hell, right? We've had Tamagotchis when we were little. Some bitches died. Well, mine's died too soon. Rip. But, that sense of responsibility, that sense of reward trickles down, right? So then we got, I'm going to call it the square of care. Which is the therapy, responsibility. What did I say? I said responsibility and connection. And the fourth one would be care. So that's the square, right? One shape. These are things that we initially look at, especially when you even get a new pet. You're thinking about those 4 traits of what that animal is going to provide for you. I'll move on to the triangle. That's 3 points. I'm going to say that's more of the therapeutic. That's, again, we're going back to shout outs to dogs who walk blind people. What's that life like? Can't imagine. So that's my triangle, right? So now you got that dog doing 3 things. You got Bob. Therapeutic. Eyes. Hospice dog. So what now we're talking about a nurse dog. Triangle. Shape. Not the same as the square, where the square is you're looking for the companionship. You're separating owner and dog, right? Triangle, only therapeutic, emotional support, hardcore, right? I can't see. I need the thing. Oh, we got to check and see how these people are dying in here. They send the cats in the nursing homes, right? Cats figure out who the fuck who's dying and all this, right? The cat sits on the woman's belly. She go,
They're so excited for you to be a part of this experience, the fans. So you want to leave?
And then go straight to heaven. Cat watch them go straight to heaven. Straight to heaven. So that's the triangle. Second shape. Again, bop, bop, bop. Third shape. The heart. The heart. That's the one that gets you in there. When you look at that little sumbitch and you want to strangle it because it's so adorable, and you watch it sleep and you just want to strangle it because it's so adorable, that's the heart. That's the heart. And that's that responsibility of that you put that love in that animal, it will reciprocate that, and it gives it right back, right? So it ends up waking you up in the morning, or making sure that you sleep at night. They make sure you're warm. They sleep on your feet. They sleep, they make sure you go to bed. That is love. That's another shape. That's something that most animals try to provide, but it depends on the situation, right? I'm pretty sure, not going back, we're always going back, but I'm pretty sure that those horses did not the dogs did not want to eat those slaves. Pretty sure that they was like, oh no, that's my nigga. I'm pretty sure they use the N-word too. If you like what you're hearing, please.
We're winning. You see what's going on. So whatever you can do to help financially would be fantastic, because we have to beat it. If it's $5 or $10 or $100, whatever you can do.
Yeah, please. You see the thing at the bottom. Tip. Do what you can. We're talking animals tonight. We're talking about shapes. We're talking about, obviously, when it comes to the heart, we're talking about trauma. We're talking about PTSDs, OCDs, LCD sound system, all of it. What is it? Why do the animals have to be involved, right? Of these human conditions, you know? But they are being hired to take care of those things. They're at least to monitor, which is kind of crazy, right? You'd be like, oh, well, what is this dog going to know about how I'm feeling? So, sure enough, it does. Who knows? So you do something about us coexisting with each other. We got the deers pop out. You got the woods still some parts unknown. You got David Attenborough. Shout out to David Attenborough. You got speaking of OCD, not to get off track, but to Tom Hanks, you are no David Attenborough. I don't want to hear it. Okay, I don't care how you feel about animals, Tom. You're an animal, Tom. You're a freaking animal, Tom. You're a freaking animal, Tom. I don't care about how you feel about animals. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see you on Netflix with your bullshit. David Attenborough, we know how to use AI. Just use his voice. Use his dead voice. We know how to do this shit already. Like let's be real. We don't have to see him. Just have him talk over the same animals that we've seen over and over and over again. I'm not having Tom Hanks when I watch my my fucking animals, and that's how I feel.
Me right here all day, every day.
But see you, Tom Hanks. I'm not feeling you, bro. I'm not feeling you. See, you got me all riled up. I could use an emotional support animal. You see what I'm saying? But no. My cat died not too long ago. Shout outs to Chubbs. Rest in peace to Chubbs. Rest in peace to Kimani. Rest in peace to Chubbs. Yeah, the cat died. Had a special burial for the cat. She was my road dog. Road dog. Just road dog. So I get it. But when you're talking about animals who surpass, I need a parrot on the plane because my husband's divorcing me. Then you got them seeing for you what's the evolution, right? So I'm going to say this. We're going from the Tamagotchi, the pets that we all had and we knew and loved, and we're stepping it up, right? We got VR now. We got, what do we got? We got AI. We got AI animal hospitals that are currently working on how to get these animals by using VR to improve how they communicate. Like if they're in danger, we're talking about communication, baby. We're talking about talking to dogs. They always start with the dogs. I wish they would start with the cats. Nigga, if you could get a cat to give you an emotion, we did it. I'm trying to find the button.
Did you feel that?
If we get a cat to start talking to us, how do we really feel? the most public niggas on the planet, sweetest niggas on the planet, we already did it. We already did it. So that's one thing that they're working on, right? So we do the research. Going into the research, I'm looking for what's the end game, right? So they have these things called, this was company called GlocalMe, and they are bringing back the Tamagotchi per se, right? So let me see if we can see this. Let me see what we got. Let me get into focus. It'll get it. You can probably see it. It's like a cat. It's a cat. It's a cat. It's a cat. But there's a cat on there, right? They put the damn fur on it. And what the goal is, we're turning the smartphones into pet phones. And that's the vibe. Let me see if I can get the screen up here. Give me a second. It'd be great if I have that, so I could just do a blow up of the cat, the robot cat phone that's going to take over the world. So you do the math, but it's not that crazy. But it's just one of those. You remember they was trying to do that before with those animated animals. They had the damn robot dogs or the robot cats, and they had them running around. But they're doing something different. They're gonna put cell phones inside of these pets, these GlocalMe pets. Local.
Did you feel that?
Yeah.
And what?
What? Yeah, GlocalMe. And what they're gonna do with these animals, they're gonna have them just straight up be a cell phone and a pet. I'm not like, it's not scary. It's not like Terminator shit, but it's kind of like, what's the purpose of this, right? Cats already exist. Dogs already exist. Phones already exist. Why do we want our phones to be pets? Why do we want our phones to be pets? Now, how many people sleep with their phones underneath their pillows or right by their sides? How many people use their phones or see their phones the first time they wake up? As I mentioned earlier, what pets are supposed to do, wake you up in the morning. How many people go to say goodbye to their phone and go charge it, right? Before you go to sleep, just like the pet, right? So I guess the evolution of companionship, what it's looking like, is going to be through technology. Going through technology and having technology by your side will be the actual, will be the new companion. As cold as that sounds, but we're already cloning animals, right? Because they're going to keep dying. We don't want to deal with that anymore. I sure as hell don't. I can't. I don't need another cat death. It's hard. It sucks. It's sad. All death is sad, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just sad. Would I want a robot cat that doubles as my cell phone? Hold on. Is it moving on its own? What is it doing? You know? So they got this tech. It's coming. It's called GlocalMe. And they want the cats, they want the dogs, the dogs and the cats to be cell phones. And I feel like that's probably the future, because no one's going to be doing, it runs in 5G, by the way. The cats and the dogs, they're going to be running in 5G and also Starlink. They just want, all right, so then we're within that process with the cell phones for dogs and cats. We think about again, like I said, evolution of what's our connection. Now, like I tell everyone when I start any story about animals, I go way back from when I start this story every time. I go way back from when Napster first started and LimeWire first started, and I Googled hold on, it wasn't Googling.
And what, let's check with
Google time. It's Google time.
It wasn't Googling. It was searching, hardcore porn searching, and I looked for just regular old porn. This is like young LimeWire days. We were in our teens. And then I just saw peanut butter. And I should have known, but I didn't know. I didn't know. And I'm wondering to myself, what could this possibly mean?
Oh, you nasty.
So I click on it anyway, because I'm a curious young man. It took about 3 days to download. And then once it downloaded, I got hit with one of the, I want to say, most traumatizing. I tell the story all the time. Again, if you're just joining, welcome to Live at 5, the only show that starts at 6 o'clock. If you like what you're hearing, as I'm about to get into this story, please don't be a stranger.
We're winning. You see what's going on. So whatever you can do to help financially would be fantastic, because we have to beat it. If it's $5 or $10 or $100, whatever you can do.
Yes, please. You heard the man. You heard the chief. Chief said, whatever you could do. So I'm minding my own business. I'm in my teens. I got my 4-day download of this sweet, sweet porn that I can't wait to watch. Riddled with viruses, probably, right? So I got Susie. I'm going to say Kelly. Not a lot of Susies do porn. So I'm going to say Kelly.
What a what do what?
Kelly's laying down on the bed. Let me see what we could do. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, okay. So Kelly's laying down on the bed. And I'm thinking to myself, what's about to happen right now? Because this download took about 4 days because of the download. How Napster and BearShare and shit was back then. So Kelly is laying down on the bed, and she's got this peanut butter, and I'm like, what you about to do with that peanut butter, girl? And then all of a sudden, Kelly was the peanut butter on her vagina, and I'm like, okay, never seen anything that nutritious before, and for it's like I guess because of being essential, need to be, I want to say, a healthy human being, because peanut that as some sort of healthy vegan lubricant, possibly. Who knows, right? No, it wasn't that. It got real aggressive. A dog walked into the room. And that fucking dog was so confused and traumatized. I said to myself, don't you do it, dog. Don't do it. That points to the peanut butter. The dog is confused. He doesn't want to do it. He goes to Katie. Katie tells the dog to do such. And we're back at the shape of water. Why did you film yourself getting eaten out by a dog? That was when, I'm going to say early 2000s. Why'd you do that? Just as the graphics got better, y'all still doing the peanut butter with the dog. You're still doing it. What's the difference between The Shape of Water and Katie getting fellatio by a canine? That sucks. That's what I'm talking about. When is it just emotional when you're doing the shapes? Square for heart, square for, what is it? Empathy. We've been over this. Square is for the, hold on. Connection and responsibility. Responsibility, reward, connection. And the other one is just support. But it's always support, but that's the square. Which part of the square is that? Which part of the triangle is that when we're talking about therapeutic benefits from the animals? When you're letting them go down on you.
Oh, you nasty.
You don't.
Oh, you nasty.
Nasty bitch.
The traumatized animals of this world. Those are the ones that they're worried about coming back from the pet cemetery to fucking kill them. Obviously, if you rape things, they should come back to haunt you. I have no fear of animals coming back to life like the Saxon does. I don't understand. I understand why you're afraid, because you've done dirty. You did dirty. You messed them up. You got them all jammed up. They don't. You got. We're friends with them. We're not friends with them. You got code words, and you just go. And they bite black people. That's what. But yes, the evolution of animals. See, they're gonna get. Like I said, dogs have cell phones. Cats can have cell phones now. We got robot animals. Clearly, we got robot dogs that dance at Amazon parking lots. It could get good, but I don't think it can get good unless we get good. That's pretty much it. We have to get good. Our actions trickle down to our counterparts. Who's our buddies? It's the animals. If they see nothing but hatred all the time, war all the time, famine, poverty, murder, what's the animals? What for? What? Why would it frolic? Frolic for what? That's what the animal says. Frolic for what? It's a shame, but it's reality, right? It's reality. So, what are we gonna do? We got into the AI. Like I said, it's not gonna be a long one. Welcome to the Live at 5, the only show that starts well after 5 o'clock. Please, if you like what you hear, you want to follow us on YouTube. If you like what you hear, like and subscribe. I got a button here. We'll press the button. We're almost wrapping it up. 1 second here. Just responding to my love. If you see me typing for love. If you see me typing, where is it?
Baby, I'm
okay. So we did the AI. We're going to take a brief break, and then I'm going to wrap this up. But I'll be right back. I'm going to drop the reel, and then I'm going to come back. And we're going to wrap up. We're going to wrap it up. See where I'm going with this. I feel like we touched some good notes. I'll be right back. That's not it. Hold on. Okay, I'll be right back.
What if I told you everything you know is a lie, motherfucker?
The human animal bond is a multifaceted and ever-evolving phenomenon from the beginning of time. Human and animals build a relationship with mutual respect, empathy, and just a dash of understanding. The bonds that it created enrich the lives of both humans and animals. I'm going to talk about the human-animal bond. How far does it go back? Maybe not even that far. Where are we at today with our connections with animals? Have they gotten stronger? It's not going to be a long one. Live at 5ish, going live on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. All at the same damn time. Come check me out. If not, just wish me a good show. It's going to be a good one, y'all. Took a little break, but we're back. It's just the news is coming back. All the shows are coming back. But thank you, and I'll see you there, or I'll see you at another time.
What if I told you everything you know is a lie, motherfucker?
The human animal bond is a multifaceted and ever-evolving phenomenon from the beginning of time. Human and animals build a relationship with mutual respect, empathy, and just a dash of understanding. The bonds that it created enrich the lives of both humans and animals. I'm going to talk about the human-animal bond. How far does it go back? Maybe not even that far. Where are we at today with our connections with animals? Have they gotten stronger? It's not going to be a long one. Live at 5ish, going live on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. All at the same damn time. Come check me out. If not, just wish me a good show. It's going to be a good one, y'all. Took a little break, but we're back. It's just the news is coming back. All the shows are coming back. But thank you, and I'll see you there, or I'll see you at another time.
What if I told you everything you know is a lie, motherfucker?
The human animal bond is a multifaceted and ever-evolving phenomenon from the beginning of time. Human and animals build a relationship with mutual respect, empathy, and just a dash of understanding. The bonds that it created enrich the lives of both humans and animals. I'm going to talk about the human-animal bond. How far does it go back? Maybe not even that far. Where are we at today with our connections with animals? Have they gotten stronger? It's not going to be a long one. Live at 5ish, going live on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. All at the same damn time. Come check me out. If not, just wish me a good show. It's going to be a good one, y'all. Took a little break, but we're back. It's just the news is coming back. All the shows are coming back. But thank you, and I'll see you there, or I'll see you at another time.
What if I told you everything you know is a lie, motherfucker?
The human animal bond is a multifaceted and ever-evolving phenomenon from the beginning of time. All right. Thanks for holding. If you were holding, appreciate you. Appreciate your holding if you was holding. All right. Again, this is your first time, or you're hopefully not your last time. Welcome to Live at 5, the only show that starts well after 5 o'clock. Took a little break and we're back. I feel like we came back strong again.
I wish a nigga. Like, subscribe, and share.
That's only if you like what you heard for the past hour or so. First hair swipe of the night. Okay. So just to bring it home, you know, just to bring it home. I'm talking about if I go all the way back from 1619 to 2025, right? The consistencies of the animal and human bonding, not bondage, you freak. I'm not going to keep going back to that peanut butter story. It's no good. It's no good. It's no good. You know, Katie, if you're going to have the dog do fellatio, I mean, what does that say about you? What does that say about you? And that goes to anyone. I know there's guys out there fucking horses. Please, if you have a story of you know anyone who has been having sex with animals, leave it in the comments. I don't know. I don't want to. That's not. I'm gonna get off from it. I was
like standing on the corner drinking 40s, you know, smoking weed, and so God like pursued me though.
I'm not saying I'm gonna get off to it. I'm just saying if you have a story, because I'm only talking about Katie, the peanut butter, and the dog. But if you got something, throw it in there. But that's as much as I'm gonna expand with all that. But again, welcome to Live at 5. The only show starts at 5 o'clock. Thank you for hanging on after the break. I think it was like 2 minutes. Hope it wasn't too long.
We're going live at 5.
The connection is to each his own. The shapes that I mentioned are very important. The square for those points, like I said, the triangle for those points, like I said, and of course the heart. The heart is important. Outside of, again, which didn't happen, there's no heart, there's no love during slavery days, no matter what those mulattoes tell you. Uh-oh. Shouts to Carnival. There's no companionship without those three shapes, and they're very important. So when I talk about the shape, not the shape of water, the shape of the human bond, it should consist of those three factors if you want it to work. And you could probably trickle that to most people. Now the problem with that is you can't in one video tell you not to have sex with those animals and then tell you to use these same traits with a human being. There we go, right? Conundrum. But that's pretty much what I wanted to touch on tonight. I want animals should definitely be a reflection of who you are, and the better you treat that animal and the better you treat yourself, people will see that, and obviously the animal will be the reflection of that self-care and the care that you have for that animal. And that, again, going forward, could be for anything. You could do that, use those same traits for anything. But we're just talking about animals tonight. Yeah. Okay. This has been fun. Like I said, it's not going to be a long one. I am Our Negroes One. You checked out Live at 5ish, the only show that starts at 6 o'clock. We did it. It's been only an hour. It wasn't that bad. You know what to do. I keep saying it over and over again.
Subscribe and share. It's free. If you have the internet, it's absolutely free. If you have the internet, it's free. If you put on your internet, it'd be there. Like, subscribe, and share on the internet. It's on the internet. Just put on linktointernet.com.
Yeah, and that's it. That's me getting out of here. Thank you for tuning in. This has been the shape of the human animal bond. And this has been Live at 5ish, the only show that starts at 6 o'clock. I'm going to get back into the Renees. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll have a different topic, different thumbnail. Maybe not as sexy as this one. Not as sexy. Look, the butt's right there. No, it's over here. Butt's right there. Look. See? Maybe not as sexy as thumbnail as this one, but we're going to talk about something else. And I'm going to do this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's what I said, right? That's what I said. All right. Thank you. Love yourselves, and we'll love you right back. Please check out the other shows. They are dope as well. And stay tuned for It's Just the News, coming in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Years ago, when the blacks were slaves, did they ever go to Washington, D.C. and have a rally 200 years ago to protest against slavery? Did they? No. What did they do? A lot of good people in the plantations would say, hey, it's winter time. Let us help build a church for you, dear folks.